Yeah, he's Kamala Harris's Canadian nephew. But don't tell Kamala Harris, you know. I'm an embarrassment. No, he's a real embarrassment. All right? Some people say he's not an embarrassment. I didn't mean what I said earlier about the constable. Boy, I said a lot of things. But I didn't mean it. I'm obviously going to have to leave the house sometime. I already ate everything on the menu at Pizza Hut years ago. Gluten-wise pasta. I don't know. I was gonna order a bottle, not 2 bottles. First, I was gonna go for a bottle of white wine, and then it was like, oh, I can't get a white wine at the Queen's. The bottle, I'm gonna go for other one they had at BP. Holy, was I starving. And then I ate about half of it. You can't even goddamn see it on the video, on this webcam. And a couple breadsticks. And that was 35. I gave my brother a $2 tip. Because we got our gold, but I got Damascus steel now. After you get your gold, or some people had Damascus steel. That's what I found out. I know, it's a sad event, but if you're in America or Canada, you should be more than happy. But I searched it up. They've had that Damascus steel since the Bible. They would that's what they would cut the lambs of the for halal ceremony. They would cut the neck of the lamb with the Damascus steel. And others. Shout out to who is that there? Hold on a minute. Oh, he's got a problem with me, I guess. My opinion, the problem's over in that O block. DJ Ack. Do you think the problem's with me in Canada, or do you think that this is the problem? The gang members all in this goddamn O block. Okay, and I'm the problem? You feel me? Yeah, right. Nobody believes you, bud. Nobody's over Ack. Ack, you know, he would stream on Twitch all the time. I even tuned in a couple times. But that's Ack. You feel me? Academics showed a lot of love to Toronto. There was the old Toronto, and then there's new Toronto. There's a lot of stuff to learn about Toronto. It's as big as Chicago, pretty much, almost. There's places in Toronto I've never been. And I'm goddamn Mr. Toronto. I've been everywhere. My family's been in Toronto. My mom was born in Etobicoke. My brother was born in... All my family's from Toronto, all the way up. But it don't get you nowhere to say I'm from Toronto. So nobody even says that. But we said it. Debbie was family. Even top 5. It's related to my family. Mm-hmm. If he changes his ways, you know, if he changes his ways. But I thought they would have sent YG to jail and left out 5. I don't know how to do the dance. That's 5. I don't do that dance. But I thought they would have took that YG to jail, but they took 5 to jail. That's crazy. That's a 5. Top 5. 5-star general. It's also an S for Susie. R.I.P. Susie. It means a lot of things. 5. Every time 5 comes up. 5 Alive. 5 Alive was a big drink for us. It's got lime in it. We loved our 5 Alive. What do you mean they loved it? I'm not going anywhere soon. Hopefully not. I want to grow to be an old man. Yeah, I'm on Pornhub. I'm like Mia Khalifa. That's all. That's legal. Yeah, I did it one time. I'm not gonna lie. I did it one time. I went on that chat roulette one time, bud. Alright. It was Project DA that would go on that. Omegle and all that. Not me. I swear on my life. I've learned a lot. But he hasn't. We got a lot of men. We got a lot of men. And I'm tired of men. I've been dealing with men since I was goddamn a kid. In school, it was like... When we finally got to the age of when the men and the women started mixing, my dad kicked me out of the house. He was jealous. My dad had a transvestite wife, and I was friends with real women. Do you get the jealousy anger? My dad has a wife that's a hermaphrodite or something like that. But I was like, Tori whatever. She was like a little Britney Spears. Madison such and such. Becca, Carly. Who else? Jerica. There was other girls. There was tons. Brittany Hickson, whatever. Taylor. There was all these girls. Such and such. But boy... My dad, like, he wouldn't allow it, you know. He kicked me out of the house. I didn't even get to go to high school. He was so jealous that I was going to get to go to Perry County High School, such a nice high school, that I was going to get to go to trade schools and all this. This is when he went to Nashville and he failed his plumbing course, I might remind people. He was jealous, okay? And that's what happened down in the U.S. I had to refugee back to Canada. Ugh. And at the time, a lot of girls were moved on anyway. Same with me. But, listen, there were some girls that got left behind. So don't get into my business. It might not have been the names I said, but what about Kylie? What about fucking Chandel? What about somebody that fucking was so skinny and now she's dancing in Memphis? You don't think that would have helped that little girl, you know? It would have, but you know what I mean? Fuck it, whatever. Like, I got I got a family thing here. Feel me? Fuck. I'm not eating the whole thing. Some bitch could eat that one. Go fuck. And then we started to get more friendly, you know. You ate at my plate. I'm not that greedy. I've been known. Reason why I didn't touch Diane was because there was already a guy in a Santa suit that cared a lot about Diane. And I wasn't turning on my brother like that. But then I think back, it's like he would say, you know what, if she was there doing it, you should have handled that. Because that's the thing they say too. Handled that, you know. And I think I did something embarrassing with, oh man, I'm the biggest embarrassment. I said that before. He's an embarrassment. He's learning one little meal at a time. Big meal at a time. Fuck. It doesn't take much work when you have Damascus steel. Does Pizza Hut have the Damascus steel knives? It's like this. Whoop, 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 done. It is like this. You don't have to, it's just like this. And that's your pepper. And that's your other ones. They must. It's part of the process. You have to have that steel. Shout out to Tack Deer. He's the most famous, I'll tell you. I deal with all types of people, but they don't end up as famous as Tack Deer. Tack Deer just so happened I was outside at the right time. It was all like magic. This doesn't happen for everyone, and he still needs work, but yeah. That was Tech Deer. He's a good guy, man. He always delivers in telecom. Anyways, I don't know. I'm about done with this one. Ew. I will say I don't really like this Heinz marinara sauce. It tastes a lot like a coffee. It has the nastiest oregano in it. Never been a fan of oregano. My stomach is saying, calm down, Don. How's he making music now? How's he sounding so good? Thanks to this blue. Just a Yeti, blue Yeti. It's not what I'm recording on right now for this video. That's just the laptop. But when I record my music, it's on this blue Yeti. It was $125 for this microphone, and it sounds better than people's music that have like $1,000 microphones. I don't pay anybody to mix it. I just get on the thing and I make it sound pretty good. Pay some guy $100 and something a goddamn hour or some shit. That's when we were learning it. That's part of the gimmick. Oh, no. Oh, I see. I guess. I don't go anywhere near those guys. I was vulnerable, bud. When I came back to Canada, I had nowhere to go. I was a kid, 15, and Gotti's hanging around all these Negroes that I would never hang around. And you couldn't get away from them. Like, they were everywhere. Like, I couldn't tell Gotti about, like, it was weird. We were just like, fucking. No, brother, Gotti, dog. Remember me? We're from Florida, bro. All that shit. Who are all these Billings? These Tyler Billingses, dog. Fuck. R.I.P. Susie. R.I.P. Susie. All right. Aunt Irfin. R.I.P. Susie and Irfin. I'm tired of hiding it in. Like I did anything wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. I said R.I.P. Susie. But should I have been more of a man the way I had dealt with people before? I don't know why it had to take Susie to learn that as a man for us. It took that for a lot of people. It took Rick Ross. He lost Peanut. They lost Peanut. They lost one of their guys. Big Black or whatever. A lot of folks, they lose people. And it just so happened we lost her, you know. Fuck. She poisoned me anyway. Over in Calgary, Alberta. I think she's this good person. I loved her. She was like, I used to say she was like my second mom or something. You know, but... Well, no, I used to call my dad's wife my stepmom, and then I called, like, Susie my foster mom. But then, Susie started, like, having these weird things go on with her. Where she poisoned our pho, she poisoned our... The most notable time was when she poisoned, I was sitting, well, it was me in my mom's apartment, and my mom let her stay there. And then she took advantage of that because she had to get her own apartment. She had this attitude like she was some, like, super top person, like, my mom, like, owed her, like, she was gonna rob my mom for the apartment, but she didn't. But you know what she did do? She poisoned me. She said, here's dinner. I was starving, much like a dinner tonight. And I tasted something in it. I was like, what the fuck is this? It tastes like metal. But I was so hungry, I ate the whole thing. Next thing you know, I was passed out. And then next thing you know, I heard, the next time Gotti came in, because I was doing babysitting, Susie was there. And then I heard them. She said, oh, I poisoned Tom. He almost died. She was acting like sexual with Nick. And Nick said, yo, that was my little brother. We're trying to do things. Like how could you poison my little brother? And he's right there. I can hear it. And she's saying like, oh, she was going to kill me and stab me and all that. She thought that was something cool that people do in families. No. And then what happened to Nick Jr.? Nick Jr. got thrown in a trash can. She was not a real woman. She was a bad, bad woman. She did not look like that neither. And that's what my mom said. She said, Tom, she must have been doing some really bad stuff. Now I believe my mom that Susie was doing some real bad stuff. Because back then I said, I don't know what. But she shouldn't have poisoned me, and then she shouldn't have killed the baby, and then she shouldn't have goddamn sold cocaine or whatever the fuck she was doing. I don't know what she was doing. I don't really know what happened. I was in London when it happened. I was at my house, similar to how I'm just sitting here right now, and I was eating Pizza Hut back then. Holy fuck, eh? That's how hard they got me, eh? They got me eating pizza like for fucking 10 years. 15 years. No, 13 years. So I try to order the fucking Port Elgin. And I have to order another fucking Pizza Hut thing tonight? Like, Jesus Christ, buddy. Well, tomorrow I'll be able to go out and goddamn get something else, more proper. My mom invited me over for barbecue, but it was more, I wanted my mom to have a private night with her sister and her brother and all that. And they did and do. I love my mom and my brother and my uncle. And my Auntie Michelle. She's a musician. Auntie Michelle Perron. She's on YouTube. She sings. She sings a hell of a song. And Auntie doesn't know, but she taught me a lot when I seen her music videos. She's the reason why I became so successful in the music. It was a combination of Nick and then it was Auntie Michelle. I seen her classic. She's been doing she did all these classic computer videos, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I never did that. Like, I'm this kid, I'm 28 and you're telling me I did all this stuff, but I didn't do that one, where you gotta do the song and then do your little pictures and all that. And I didn't do that one, And then finally I said, you know what, I'm going to try that one, like Auntie Michelle. And it's all going to go together because that's my Auntie Michelle. And you know what I mean? And then that was it. She taught me a lot. Anybody can create a music video on the thing, but some people are like, yeah, what the hell? I'm not going to create a music video on the thing. That was how I was. But it's cool. But music videos, hey, it ain't that much money. It's more about it's a fun hobby. My money ain't really all the way from my money. I mean music. I have copyrights of other people's music. I have one or two songs that of my music that are making like decent. I have a sicko mode copyright. Somehow it's making like $38. Travis Scott gave me goddamn a percentile. Really? Believe it or not? They gave me like this percentile in a sicko mode because I did a remix or something. That I make $33 every 3 or 4 months off it, which like $33 every 3 months for a little sicko mode remix or whatever. It's motivational. It's like, okay, every remix that you do, you can get entered to pin the copyright of whichever you remix. I didn't know that, but you can, yeah, covers and all that. So that's what I've been doing. Anyways, shout out to Miles Sanderson. Oh, so it was the other guy they got. It was the other guy. I was hoping it was Miles Sanderson that had gotten killed. But no, it was Damian Sanderson, who happens to be related to Miles. This Miles looks just like Mr. Herrera. So I was hoping like they got his family member, who I just happen to look like. But man, why you juke so many people? You know, and the people the people he killed. You know, my cousin Aiden lives in goddamn Saskatchewan. That Miles Sanderson. I'm not even gonna look at his thing, but you heard his name. But he ain't nobody special. But he looked a little bit like me. But fuck, I was saying he looked like Alden Herrera. You can look him up yourself. I'm not gonna show him. But man, did I think that one RCMP officer was beautiful. That one with, she was the spokesperson. Man, she was cool. Anyways, wow. And who are the victims? That's what I'm wondering. Who are the victims? Who did he kill? Who did they kill? I didn't even know there was 10 people in Saskatchewan. You know, it's like I don't know. I didn't know there was that many people there.